Time to shine our Friday night light on the highs and lows of media coverage over the past week. Let's bring in senior columnist at the Federalist, Rachel Bovard, and former Daily Caller reporter Stephanie Hamill. Thank you to both. Rachel, you first. Your high is that somebody on MSNBC finally had the temerity to stand up against the false narrative that black people are being denied the right to vote. Here's the back and forth, and I'll get your response.
Do you believe the 2024 election will be a free and fair election if black people are denied the right to vote, if there is racist gerrymandering continues, if election workers are threatened with death?
That black people have been, the vote has been taken away from them?
It's the first you've heard that black voters are being disenfranchised in America.
This is exaggerated rhetoric that it's raising the existential stakes.
I mean, Rachel, you go back, the Major League Baseball took the All-Star game away from Atlanta because of their voting laws, and now we see record voting, record early voting in Georgia. Your thoughts?
That's what was really remarkable about this exchange. You don't see too many points of light out of MSNBC these days, but this was one of them, you know, because he actually called him out on the lie that somehow black people can't vote in America, and especially with Georgia when you're seeing record African-American turnout. It was just incredible. And he goes on later to say, will you accept the results of the 2024 presidential election if Donald Trump or a Republican wins? And you have Mehdi Hassan just not knowing what to say. So it was a remarkable exchange.
Yeah, and it's funny, Stephanie, because yours also is kind of when pigs fly moment. You are calling your highlight CNN calling a lie when Joe Biden said that gas, when he was inaugurated, was $5 a gallon, and the whole world knows it was not. It was $2.99 a gallon. Sorry, $2.39 a gallon. Even worse. Go ahead.
That's right, Trace. This definitely was a pig's flying moment for me when I saw that CNN Politics actually reported on this, because I heard the president's remarks yesterday. It happened in Syracuse, New York, and when he said that gas was $5 a gallon before he took office and when he took office, I was like, that's not true. So I went online today to see if anyone bothered to report on it. Hardly any news outlets touched it. Of course, Fox News and Fox Business did, because Fox isn't afraid of the truth or facts. But when CNN actually had an article on it, I was like, wow, oh my gosh, they're telling the truth for once. But, you know, it really does matter when the president is talking about an issue that so many Americans are concerned about, gas prices and inflation. We expect accuracy from him, and we expect more in the mainstream media to report on it.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of lows, which are at, Rachel, yours was the response to Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Here's a couple of samples. This is a tech columnist, Taylor Lorenz, tweeting, quote, "It's like the gates of hell opened on this site tonight." Journalism professor Jeff Jarvis tweets, "This is an emergency. Twitter is to be taken over by the evil Sith Lord." It's unbelievable. Your thoughts?
Unbelievable. And it really is something of a Rorschach test for how you felt about Elon Musk taking over Twitter. These people just don't understand free speech. When a freer speech on this platform is threatening democracy, you're really getting it backwards. But I think more than that, the mask comes off. They think they own Twitter. They're upset because their sacred space is being invaded. And I think that was very clear. A really depressing state of journalism when you watch these kind of responses to a free speech getting freer on Twitter.
And Stephanie, your low is the fact that apparently over at MSNBC, they must be paying a ton of money because the economy is always wonderful over there. Your final thoughts?
That's right. My media low goes to Stephanie Ruhle and her panel on MSNBC this week, where they're gaslighting their viewers about the economy. They're trying to pretend that everything's fine. Stephanie Ruhle shamed potential voters for having the audacity to consider voting Republicans with hope that maybe the economy might go in a better direction. And then they had on the producer from the circus, his name's Mark McKinnon, and he went on to insist that everything's fine with the economy. And in other words, these TV people want you to believe everything that they're saying. They don't want you to believe the reality that you're facing every single day. Gas prices are high. Grocery prices are high. Inflation is crazy. Right. And the list goes on. And so it's just really offensive. It's like they're either in an alternate universe or they're being dishonest.
And they keep telling you not to believe your lying eyes. Stephanie, Rachel, thank you both for coming on. Have a great weekend.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.